cylinder is nearly identical to the prism when it comes to finding surface area and volume. Right? So again, the cylinder, just like a prism, has two parallel and congruent bases. And I'll shade the bases again just to illustrate those. Okay, and so the surface area for a cylinder is going to be the exact same thing. It's going to be twice the base plus the perimeter times the height of the solid. Okay, there's no difference between the formulas for surface area and volume in dealing with cylinders and prisms. And now, the cylinder, we can specify this a little more because what is the base shape always going to be for a cylinder? Always a circle. So unlike a prism, which can have any polygon as its capital B, right? It could be 1/2 base times height. It could be the area formula for a trapezoid, a regular polygon, a square, or a rectangle. In a cylinder, it's always going to be the same thing, and that surface area, or that area of the base, the capital B value, is always going to be what? Pi r squared. So you're always going to take 2 pi r squared plus, and what do we call the perimeter of a circle? Circumference, which can be expressed using 2 pi r. Okay, so you do have a more specific formula you can use for finding the surface area of a cylinder. Okay, once again, just like with the prisms, you can just add up all the pieces together. So if you take the two circular bases, and then you unroll this rectangular lateral face, right? Again, assuming that your height is the perpendicular distance between the bases. If you slice this height in half and unrolled it, you'd have your h value here. This would be your 2 pi r. And so you can see you just have this rectangle, base times height, which gives you that general formula. Okay, so you can unroll it and add the pieces together just like we did with the prisms if you want to with the cylinder. Okay, or you can use this formula. Okay, and then the final calculation, the volume, is just like the volume formula for a prism, capital B, capital H. But just like up here, because your base is always a circle, you can make this more specific and just use the pi r squared times capital H for your volume. Okay. So you see, even though I've gone through multiple different equations for this, and with the prism you can have any variation depending on what the base shape is, there's really only two formulas. There's a single formula for surface area, 2 times b, the capital B, plus the perimeter times the height of the solid. That's for both cylinders and prisms, and their volumes are just capital B, the area of the base, times the height of the solid.